Hi everyone. I felt like sharing a little bit of what I'm doing nowadays. So recently I started this book. It's Art of Detachment by Shubham Kumar Singh. So basically I prefer physical books rather than scrolling on internet when it comes to studying specifically. So I saw this book online. I read few pages on the online, and then I ordered this book on Amazon. And yes, I do scroll a lot on my mobile, but when it comes to studying I prefer physical books. So today morning I was just going through one of the chapter. I felt like sharing it with you guys. It really stick with me. It's about the paradox of effortless action, because when I was reading this I felt like looking at myself. So you have to trust in someone, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down, and it has made all the difference in my life. It's written by Steve Jobs, this quotation. And I'll just read it. I know I won't bore you guys at all. It's just like 2 pages. I just felt like yeah, 2 pages, and I will not bore you guys at all, okay? um, there is a curious paradox in life. The more you force something, the harder it becomes. You have likely experienced this before. Maybe you struggle to remember a name, only to it to pop into your mind hours later when you stop trying. Or perhaps you have worked tirelessly on a problem, and the moment you stepped away, the solution revealed itself. This is the concept of Wu Wei. A tacit concept translates roughly to effortless action, or a flowing with life. At first glance, it may seem like passivity, doing nothing and hoping things work out, but in reality, Wu Wei is about moving in harmony with life, acting with wisdom and effortlessly rather than force or struggle. Why force things rarely work? Tension is who you think you should be, relaxing is who you are, by Chinese proverb. And imagine swimming in a river. If you fight against the current, thrashing and panicking, you will exhaust yourself. But if you relax, move with the flow, you can navigate with ease. Life works in the same way. When you force outcomes, cling to control, or resist the natural rhythm of things, you create unnecessary friction. Think about conversations. When you try too hard to impress someone, your words feel unnatural. But when you are at ease, speaking from a place of calmness, the interactions flow effortlessly. Or consider creativity. If you push yourself to be inspired, ideas often evade you. But when you let go and engage in a simple, unrelated activities, inspire strikes unexpectedly. The same applies in the conflict. When you approach disagreements in force or defensiveness, resolution becomes difficult. But when you stay calm, listen, respond with composure, you foster understanding and create space for true resolution. The balance between action and surrender. Wu Wei does not mean inaction. It's not about being passive or indifferent. Instead, it's about aligning your action with reality rather than struggling against it. Farmers don't force their crops to grow. They plant, water, and nurture them. Then ultimately, they trust nature to do this part. The same principle applies to life. Take actions, but don't obsess over controlling the outcomes. Prepare for opportunities, but avoid clinging to single results. Elite athletes often describe being in the zone. They don't force every movement, they stay relaxed, fully present, and move with precision. They trust their training instincts and follow the game. That's Wu Wei, the action. How to practice it on every day. Stop over controlling everything. Recognize what you can influence, what you cannot. Focus on efforts, not obsession over results. Trust the process, taking meaningful actions, then step back and allow things to unfold naturally. Stay present. Overthinking pulls you out of flow. Engage fully in what you're doing rather than worrying about the outcome. Follow the path of least resistance. Instead of forcing things, look for where things naturally flow and move within it. Embrace uncertainty. Let go the need of predict or control every step. Life often works itself out when you stop clinging to rigid plans. The power of letting go. The concept of wu wei teaches us to stop pushing so hard and start flowing with it. You can stop fighting the river and learn to move with it. Life becomes easier, not because there are no challenges, but because you have learned how to navigate them without unnecessary struggle. The moment you accept what troubles you have been given, the door will open. The more you trust the process, the more doors open, and the less you force things, the more effortlessly and success, clarity, and peace arises. Instead of asking, what should I force today? Ask yourself whether it's where is life naturally leading me. You might be surprised at what happens when you allow things to unfold. So when I read this book, I was a person. Basically an overthinker, and every time when I was kid, I used to force things. Like, I used to, if I stick to a plan, I used to be very forcing. I didn't understand the concept of taking one step at a time. But when I decide, for example, if I decide today to study a topic, if I make tomorrow's plan to study a topic, even though it's very hard, I wouldn't take a piece of it and try to understand it, but rather I would completely include that whole topic in one day and trying to understand it. So it was like something very hard I used to force, and every time I used to have this question, like, why when I'm trying to stick to a plan, uh, why am I not able to do it, or why it's not happening. So it's like I used to not allow things to flow naturally. So when I was reading this whole chapter, it reminded me of what kind of a mindset I was having. And now, yes, I have changed a lot about it, but still your old habits pull you. So yeah, I'm trying my best to uh, allow things flow naturally and without concerned about the results. So this is today what I felt like sharing with you guys. Hope you guys liked it, and mention in the comments if any other books that motivated you or made you recall about you, that you like so much about it. And yeah, have a good day.